Hello everybody, today I welcome you with a view of this beautiful sunset in South Dakota, and we are on I-90 on our way to Arkansas. We are, and by we, that is my father-in-law Johnny and we are in my truck towing his trailer for about 1,700 miles one way through 6 states: Montana, Wyoming, South Dakota, Iowa, Missouri, and Arkansas. And in Arkansas, we are going to Prairie Grove to pick up the Model S that I won at the Copart Auction. We left Missoula at about noon on a Wednesday, and we drove pretty much non-stop. So one of us was sleeping, the other one was driving, or maybe we were talking. And obviously we had to stop and get fuel. Well, and that is the part that hurts the most, because diesel is really not cheap. And it seems like it even has gotten more expensive the further away from home we got. Also, I was in contact with Eddy, one of our viewers. And I knew he was down in that area somewhere. And it turned out he was just 20 miles away from Prairie Grove, where we were going to. We made some plans to meet him, but first we had to get there. But we made it and got there on Thursday night. We're able to locate Skelton Towing in Prairie Grove and even found a hotel so we could get a good night's rest and a shower after 2 days of driving. Good morning from Arkansas. We are in Prairie Grove, Arkansas, picking up a car today. We made it here, driving almost 30 hours with this rig. We got here finally, and it was a long drive. We drove non-stop through the night. But now last night actually we had the hotel here. But the night before we spent in the truck driving. And it's a long drive. Let's look here real quick. So it is 1,729 miles we put on, and we averaged 17.5 miles per gallon. That's not too bad. There's nothing there. That is too empty. What else we got? We actually drove 28 and a half hours total to get here. So obviously took us a little longer because we also had a couple stops, but we finally made it here. And now this morning we're going over to the towing company and we'll load up the car. On Friday morning, Eddy jumped into his Chevy Bolt and drove over to Skelton Towing in Prairie Grove, where we had to pick up our Model S.
Yeah, look at the miles written on this window here.
Yeah.
You already knew that, didn't you?
The miles are not real.
What?
It's the trip meter that's 15,000. If you have any towing needs in Prairie Grove, Fayetteville area, basically northwest Arkansas, call Jimmy at Skelton Towing. I mean, he was great to work with. I called him up after winning the car at the auction, told him that I needed removed from the Copart lot and stored for about 10 days until I can pick it up on a Friday, maybe Saturday. And he was super easy going. He said no problem. He gave me a price for picking it up, and he gave me a price for storing it, and then he helped us get this dang thing on a trailer. He actually brought his truck around, loaded it up onto his truck, and then dropped it onto our trailer, and he did not even charge us extra.
people at gas stations want to make you an offer, give you more money than you paid for that. They're going to want to buy it.
No, no.
Y'all ain't gonna make
It took me like 4 years to finally buy one of Copart.
Like Delso do here. The people that see it on this side will say, I want to buy that. Can you get me pretty close?
Want to get as close as possible? You want to get that under there?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I just don't want to.
Yep. If you drop it a little more, you can go a little further if you need to. All right. Oh, to get it over a little bit. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Will it turn without running?
It should. That is probably about right, huh?
Yep.
You still got weight on the trailer from your truck?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. We'll see how it. But I gotta secure it or it rolls back.
I don't want you to do a lot. You know, I think this is the original brakes, but I don't know about the. Of course, these things eat up the front tires. They eat them up.
Yeah, Teslas eat up tires anyway. But
now your job is clean this up and don't get hung.
it's gotta hold that the entire way home.
Can you keep this just between your knees in case y'all have a wreck? It'll be protected. You're gonna have to stop smoking. I've got a gal lined up for you, but she said no smoking. So I told her you. I need to find your Arkansas gal.
Yeah, we got them in one.
All right, we got her all loaded, strapped in. Added the strap over each front wheel, added the strap under here going to the A-arm. Same thing on this side. And then in the back, we just ran a strap through each wheel towards the back, and that should be fine. This was already taped up, so we should be all right. Looks like it's riding a little high in the front, but we're sitting a little high. Maybe I should have put it on backwards, I don't know. Since it's only a rear motor, a lot of weight is in the back. So we'll see how it rides as we're going down the road, but hopefully it's good. We'll find out, otherwise we have to go slower, which takes even longer. But really helpful here. Jimmy from Skelton Towing is great. He helped us get this thing on here so quickly. Since we didn't have a winch, that was amazing. And he didn't even charge any extra, so if you're in the Fayetteville area and you need towing, you gotta call Skelton, definitely. Talk to Jimmy or Jason, and yeah, they're the way to go. They know what they're doing, they're quick, they take care of things the way they say. Eddy even invited us for breakfast. So Jimmy from Skelton Towing recommended a little cafe in Prairie Grove, and so we followed Eddy in his Chevy Bolt and drove over to that cafe. Huge shout out to Eddy. It was a pleasure meeting you. We enjoyed our time with you. Thank you for buying us breakfast. But all good things have to come to an end, and we gotta get going. We have another 1700 miles to drive back home. A couple tires on the trailer looked a bit low, so we drove over to a nearby gas station and aired up those tires a little bit. Yeah, they needed some air, and we didn't want to risk a flat, obviously, having to go that far with that load on it. After airing up those tires, we went on our way back home. A long ride again, and we were already tired, and so it was a little slower going too with the trailer, with the car on it this time, and it took us a little bit longer, and we even had to take a break at... Whoa, what happened? Nevada? Whoa, we must have taken a wrong turn somewhere. What the heck? Turns out we didn't take a wrong turn. There are actually towns called Nevada. There's not just a state. And this town of Nevada happened to be in Missouri along our route. Both of us were sleeping since we just couldn't do it the same way anymore as we did getting down there. We eventually made it back to Missoula, and we're heading towards the truck stop where Johnny parked his truck. I'll drop him off there, and he will have to drive another 20 miles heading north, and I will have to keep on going west for about another 30 miles to make it home. Sunday morning now, finally got a good night's rest after getting here last night at 9 p.m. I left here Wednesday at about 10:30 in the morning and picked up my father-in-law, and we drove and drove and drove. We just kind of swapped for and back and rested or slept a little bit in the truck while the other one was driving. Made it all the way to Arkansas at night on Thursday, and found a motel, spent a few hours there, and then Friday morning loaded up and started heading back and got here last night. And it's here. It's in, well, one piece as far as it was in one piece when we loaded it. So everything went smooth, no issues. But it was a long drive, and going back we had to go quite a bit slower. Well, not quite a bit. We went about 65 average going there, and now coming back we did about 60 or so. Let's look here. And then here it's nice this morning, 50 degrees. Look at that. So we drove a total of 3,486 miles. And on the way back we only averaged 14 miles per hour. As we came into South Dakota, it started getting hilly. And then Wyoming and Montana, we had the mountains, and fuel mileage got worse. Let's see, and going back we drove a total of 31 hours and, well, now it switched that I turned the ignition on. 31 hours and 22 minutes to just driving time to get here. So yeah, it was a long trip, and going home it felt longer and longer and longer. Obviously we drove a little bit slower, so it took a little bit longer, but it felt kind of endless, but we finally made it. And well, now the work begins. So we gotta unload this car, which will be a little tougher than loading it. I don't have a tow truck and can suck it up on a flatbed. I probably have to unhook it from this truck, hook it to my tractor, and find the perfect angle so we can let it roll off without scraping on the bottom. I'll have to see how that goes, because the tractor is not very heavy, but the car is, so it the car may pull on the trailer and the trailer may pull on the tractor, so we'll see how that goes. It will be interesting, but it has to come off. The unloading will be something for another video. Obviously we have many more videos coming about this project here, so make sure you are subscribed to our channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any other future videos. And go down in the description and click on the link to our Redbubble store, and check out the t-shirts and other things we have for sale there. In any event, thank you for watching. Goodbye.